You are now entering Armbar Audio. Hello and welcome to another episode of Armbar Audio. I am your host, John Kearns, and not next to me is my trusted companion. You're not unmuted yet.
Tim Farley, what's up, everybody?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm just doing fantastic, my brother.
Tim, tomorrow starts something very special. It's the most wonderful time of the year. For wrestling fans, that is. Because it's G1 motherfucking Climax time, baby.
And boy, do I plan on climaxing.
Woo!
Whoa, I don't know if we could do woos anymore after that episode of Dark Side of the Ring. But yeah.
I didn't watch it yet.
Let's just start doing the Sting woo. Woo!
Woo! Yeah, bitch. That's the John Silver one. So, the G1 Climax starts tomorrow, runs all the way through to, I want to say October 22nd, but I'm going to make sure that I'm right. Okay, last day is the 21st, so yeah, through the 22nd. I got that right on the money.
Some bitch.
Well, some bitch. Ain't that something? Yeah, so the 20 participants split into two blocks. You can see them on the screen right now. They were officially announced on September 5th, and the list includes mostly Japanese participants this year because few participants who were outside of Japan due to the coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic. That's still going on, whether you think it is in your state or not. The outside participants, most notably, you've got the Girls of Destiny, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa. Many foreign wrestlers were not included in this year's edition of the tournament due to a travel ban made by the Japanese government due to the coronavirus pandemic. In Japan, Juice Robinson, Will Ospreay, Jay White, and Minoru Suzuki were replaced by the Great Khan, Chase Owens, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa after Robinson, White, and Ospreay reportedly refused to travel to Japan due to the COVID-19 restrictions. And the tournament also included debut appearances. Debuting in the G1 this year are Tonga Loa, Chase Owens, and the Great Khan. Now, Tim, I know how you feel about Mr. Owens. He just takes up space. And by God, if he isn't just taking up space in this.
Yeah, I mean, so, John, I'm going to go over the blocks, and I'm going to get into what you just said.
Yeah.
So the A block consists of Kota Ibushi, who is in the NJPW main unit. We have Los Ingobernables de Japón faction members, World Champion Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito. We have member of Suzuki-gun, Zack Sabre Jr., Great Khan of the United Empire, Toru Yano, and Tomohiro Ishii from Chaos. Kenta, Tonga Loa, and Yujiro Takahashi from Bullet Club in Block A. In Block B, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi, which he is in the New Japan Pro Wrestling main unit. We have Chaos members Kazuchika Okada, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi, who are part of the Never Six-Man Champions, with Ishii and Goto and Yoshihashi just challenged for the main tag team championships. We have Los Ingobernables member Sanada, Suzuki-gun member Tai Chi, United Empire member Jeff Cobb, and from the Bullet Club, we have Evil, Tama Tonga, and Chase Owens. Now, as you said, Chase Owens taking up space. All right. So every block, usually has a wrestler that, it's an easy night for the guys. It could be a squash, it could be a comedy match. It's not going to be a usual
Right.
New Japan 25 to 40 minute slugfest.
In the A block, that is usually Tanahashi.
But you also have Toru Yano, who usually does that. But Toru Yano has went back to his violent ways. So I'm assuming during the G1 he will still have the bleached hair and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then in the B block you got Chase Owens. But before I started thinking about Yano being an actual threat, I was like, well, why have all three? Because do they actually plan on pushing Chase Owens at some point? Because Chase Owens was outed during the speaking out movement. He is the most skinny fat wrestler on the scene. He has terrible character. He might have good fundamentals, but he doesn't do jack shit for me. Whether he's a disgusting pig who cheats on his wife or he isn't. And I just feel like New Japan, especially during the COVID era, last year they had young lions like Tsuji and Yumura and Gabriel Kidd in the New Japan Cup. They worked those fuckers so hard, and now they're going on excursion. But your roster is so thin right now, and you have GOD coming back after they showed up in LA at Resurgence and kind of threw down the gauntlet to the Good Brothers. We always have time to build, so I understand that. But they could have made some type of deal or partnership with another Japanese promotion.
Yeah.
And it most likely wouldn't have been DDT or Noah because they're under the Cyber Fight banner. But they definitely could have used Dragon Gate. Rampage Dragon, Shingo Takagi, that's where he spent most of his time.
I was just going to say, you already know that they have some sort of a relationship because they have Shingo.
So, yeah, and the figurehead there, I don't know if he's still the owner. Ultimo Dragon has had a very he's been in New Japan a lot.
Yeah.
There's no reason why Ben K or Okuda or Ishida or someone like that could have taken Owen's spot. Or you know what I mean? But I understand that Yujiro and Yano are integral to the blocks. But yeah, I just didn't get that. But just looking at the blocks, John, I was watching the announcements during Wrestle Grand Slam, and I just thought, holy shit, A block is stacked right now. And then they announced Tanahashi and Okada in B block, and I was like, okay, they saved B block there.
Yeah.
Not saying that B block doesn't have its share of good wrestlers. I mean, Goto,
but in
I believe.
block, yeah, but
I believe
totally
Goto
see what you're
has,
saying, though.
I believe Goto has won G1s before.
Goto was one of the back-to-back winners as well.
Yeah, Sonata was, in the final last year. Tai Chi has raised his stock tremendously during the past 2 years. Jeff Cobb is on fucking fire right now. I don't really know what to make of Evil. I feel pushed and pulled because after the whole angle with Naito last year, I kind of, and once Dick Togo was involved, I kind of stopped watching any match of his. But during Wrestle Grand Slam with his match against Shingo, Chris Charlton and Kevin Kelly did a really good job at making me care about Evil and his sub-faction called House of Terror or something like that.
Yeah, House of Terror.
This could have been, instead of having someone like Chase Owens, this could have been a perfect spot for Show as well.
Yeah.
But Sho and Master Wato will be working these shows on the undercard. There's only going to be like one undercard match per show, and Sho and
And
Wato will be working Fujita and Okawa, or
yeah,
I forget his name, the two new young lions.
and
John, I
looking
gotta
at the cards. Hold on, and looking at the cards, it seems like on some of the shows, there's no undercard match at all.
right. John, I have a question. We know that Tsuji and Uemura got their send-off matches with Naito and Okada, and Uemura is in the States.
Yeah.
He's on the West Coast right now. He's probably going to be doing New Japan and Strong stuff, LA Dojo stuff. He just wrestled for West Coast Pro Wrestling. And we know Tsuji is going to where is Tsuji going?
I don't know.
I have a feeling it's the United Kingdom. There was talk about him going to CMLL, but I have a feeling it's the United Kingdom. Either way, my question is, where the hell is Gabriel Kidd?
I don't know.
I feel like I haven't seen Gabriel Kidd in a fucking minute, and like, I don't know why. So I'm gonna look that up.
Is it possible that they sent him on excursion quietly?
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. Like, why would they do that? Why would
Exactly.
Why would they do that? You know.
Well, while you're looking for that, I'm going to say some of the dates here for the G1. So, like I said, it kicks off on the 18th and 19th with A block and B block action, respectively, at the Edion Arena in Osaka. The 23rd and 24th at the Oda City General Gymnasium. The 26th at Kobe World Memorial Hall. The 29th and 30th at one of my favorites, Korakuen Hall. October 1st at the Hamamatsu Arena in Shizuoka, Japan. Shizuoka. October 3rd at the Aichi Prefectural Gymnasium. October 4th, back to Korakuen. October 7th at the Hiroshima Sun Plaza Hall. October 8th at the Kochi Prefectural Gymnasium. October 9th and 10th at the Edion Arena. October 12th and 13th at the ZBO Arena Sendai. October 14th at the Hamamatsu Arena. October 18th at the Yokohama Budokan. And the 20th and 21st, wrapping it up at another one of my favorites, the Nippon Budokan.
Oh yeah, that's the place, man. Nippon Budokan.
Tokyo Dome, Nippon Budokan, and Korakuen Hall are probably my favorite places that they go.
Yeah, I like Osaka too.
Yeah, Osaka's good. Where is the sumo arena that they run occasionally?
Sumo Hall. Not sure. Yeah, but
anything on Gabriel Kidd yet?
Last thing, I can't find shit aside on cage match. His last match was May 1st against Yuya Uemura at Road to Wrestling Dontaku.
It's weird. That is weird. Did he get hurt? Maybe?
I don't know. I can't find anything.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, on New Japan, on the website.
Is he on the roster page?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still there, and on his Twitter, it seems like he has, from August 1st, he had a picture of him, Uemura, and Tsuji, and people were asking, when are we going to see you again?
Oh wow. Okay.
And then there was a picture of him Okay, August 13th, 2021 was the night before Resurgence, and he's in a picture with Connors, Coughlin, Carl Fredericks, and someone else that I do not know right now. So looks like he's in the States.
Well, that's something. That's good.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So
So
you're
let's get
taking
into
the A
this.
block. I'm taking the B block. Unlike last year and the year before, we are not going to go through every match. We're only going to highlight certain matches of each card.
Because honestly, going through every match is ludicrous.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
There's 20 people and they're all fighting each other. You do the math.
Yes,
You
right. John, since you're taking over A block, you start.
get right into it with September 18th at Osaka. Start time 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Japanese Standard Time. Japan Standard Time? Is that what that means? I don't know what you.
I imagine.
So, like you said, we're gonna see Show in the opener against how do you say that? Rohai? Rohai?
Yeah, I think it's Rohai Uiwa or whatever.
Okay, so looking at this, I'm looking at Naito and ZSJ, Ishii and Shingo, and to be perfectly honest, I'm looking at Yano versus Kenta.
I'm looking at pretty much everything. I'll throw Okan and Loa in there because they're two big guys. Loa's coming back to Japan after a long time, and Okan has been. He and Jeff Cobb are actually the tag team with the most wins in New Japan presently. But it seems like they want to push Cobb as a singles star. And that's okay because Okan has a very good gimmick and he has very good in-ring charisma as well as moves and such. They're starting it off with Ibushi and Yujiro. Come on. Yujiro's going to die. If he doesn't, then it's going to be because of some House of Torture shenanigans.
Right.
Okan and Loa and Ishii and Shingo are just going to be blasts. Yano and Kenta will be entertaining as both are known to get outside objects.
Creative,
yeah. But like you said, Naito and Sabre, that's the match on night one that I would be looking most forward to. Because
if you remember, Timothy, that was one of our top matches of the year last year.
Yeah. Zack Sabre Jr.'s hatred for Tetsuya Naito is overwhelmingly entertaining. And Naito's responses to Zack Sabre Jr. are also overwhelmingly entertaining.
Man, I am looking forward.
I'm kind of looking forward more to the post-match comments of this match
I was just gonna
than the actual match.
I am looking forward to finding a plethora of amazing screenshots after all these shows because the New Japan backstage comment screenshots are some of the most memeable images of all time.
The whole time, whenever Naito and Sonata were going for the titles, then they won the titles, and then after that, like the whole thing was just hilarious. And Sabre just has such a hate for Naito. You would think that Naito was out killing endangered animals to eat.
Yeah.
Because, Zack Sabre Jr. is vegan and he has that shirt that's like, if you be kind to animals or I'll kill you or something like that, or I'll armbar you or whatever. The last time these guys wrestled, Sabre, I believe, lost. And he was very upset with himself. But they did retain the tag titles in that triple threat at Wrestle Grand Slam. I think that Naito losing the first match is not smart. So I want to see Naito beat Sabre on night one, and I think it would be really interesting if Ishii beat Takagi.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to happen, but when I look at the A block, I roll out Kota Ibushi because Kota Ibushi's here, and the year before he won. Didn't he win 3 years in a row?
No, I think he won. I think he won the New Japan Cup and then 2 G1s.
Okay, so I don't see him as the winner. And I've read about how Shingo wants Naito at the Dome. And that, who's to say Shingo will have the title by January 4th? But they have to do something because it is not only 2 nights now, it is going to be 3 nights.
Yeah.
And if you have Naito coming out of this block tied or ahead of Shingo, you have a story right there. I do think Okan and Loa is going to be a big blow up thing. They would be smart to start having the Gorillas of Destiny in this tournament, start to look at those tag teams and start gunning. But yeah, for B block, for the A block, just looking at these names, Shingo and Naito have to be up there. I would not be surprised if Okan has a very good showing. Ibushi's going to be up there, but he's not going to be in that last night of, oh, if this happens and that happens, Ibushi can get in.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be like that.
Which, as I've said before, is my favorite part of the G1.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah, because it keeps you. It's more of a reason to pay attention and care.
I'm going to say it right now. In my heart, this is Ishii's time.
Every year in our hearts, it's Ishii's time, man.
But I think this is the one because, man.
Or what if right here on night one, Ishii hands Takagi his first loss, and Ishii does pretty well. Let's say Ishii beats Naito. Let's say Ishii may beat Okan or Ibushi. Let's say he has those 3 big wins, but Shingo wins the block, and Shingo wins the tournament, and says, I named my challenger, and I want it to be Ishii. That could be interesting.
Could be, yeah.
I know that Takagi wants Naito. Ishii, you know, he's getting up there in age, but his body is not. So, I mean, it's a real disservice. It's a real disservice to wrestlers like Ishii that built that never open weight division and it held that title many times, that there's no other stepping stone. Like, doing away with the Intercontinental Championship was a huge disservice to wrestlers like Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh, in my freaking men, dude.
Because I think all Ishii fans would be satiated if Ishii had a Intercontinental run. But that is not the case anymore. So, honestly, Ishii should be one of the guys who went to America. You know, Tom Lawler's holding that open weight title in New Japan Strong. Ishii's a contender. That's a no-brainer right there.
I want Ishii versus Moxley on Dynamite, baby. John Moxley versus Japan. Continue this.
I want a lot of things, but what I want right now is to talk about day 2.
Mostly,
Uh,
my main point is I've been sick of it for a long time. I'm just sick of this always the bridesmaid, never the bride bullshit with Ishii.
I feel you. I totally get it.
Well, let's go to day 2, man. Because day
All
two's
right.
main event is fucking nuts.
Right. Tanahashi and Okada. These two never put on a
There's the
bad
match.
match against anyone, especially each other. They possibly had the feud of the decade, like a couple decades ago.
Oh, hell yeah.
That right there, that match is going to be pivotal for the B block going forward. That these two guys are going to come in. Tanahashi is the United States champion at the moment. His whole thing is, holding titles that he hasn't held. And Okada has been on this weird trajectory as he's still top dog, and everybody knows it, but he's kind of in that later John Cena, Randy Orton place where he's kind of putting people over. And this could be the year that Okada takes this block and possibly this whole tournament. Now in this block, you also have his bitter rival, Cobb, which Jeff Cobb, Chris Charlton said it when they announced the blocks. Jeff Cobb was his pick for the G1, and that's smart. I've talked to some people about that, and they said, and some people think that Cobb is not main event dome worthy. And my thought is, did you watch him versus Shingo earlier this year? Because that match still is in my mind.
Yeah.
And the way they've been building him and his feud with Okada has been great. So when I'm looking at this block, I'm thinking Cobb, I'm thinking Okada, and since he has a new sub faction, I kind of want to see what Evil does in the G1. But speaking of the night, you got Jeff Cobb's going to murder Chase Owens. They're going to make it seem like Yoshihashi has a chance against Evil, but there's going to be shenanigans probably. Sonata and Tama Tonga, bang, exactly what I said earlier. You got to have the Guerrillas of Destiny targeting these tag team wrestlers. And right now, Sonata and Naito are a tag team. I mean, I don't know if that's how it's going to be after the G1, but before the G1, that's what it was. Then you got Goto versus Tai Chi. That match is probably going to roll. Two New Japan mainstays who hit hard as shit. And then you got Tanahashi and Okada. And I'm going to say Tanahashi takes the loss. Owens takes the loss. And the front runners for this block will be Cobb and Okada. And the night before or the last night, there's going to have to be something happening where one of them gets screwed out of the position.
I like that. Day 3. Day 3 is one of those tournament matches only cards. We're getting Yano versus Goto Khan. We're getting Kento versus Huge. We're getting Naito versus Tonga Loa. And we're getting Ibushi versus Ishii. And we're getting Takagi versus ZSJ.
Now, John, what stands out to me looking at that card are the first two matches, honestly. Like, yeah, of course we're hyped for the last three. Anything with Naito, I want to see. Anything with Ibushi and Ishii, I want to see. Takagi and Sabre, same thing. Yeah. Yano with this new old persona going up against someone like the Great Khan is probably going to be going to exceed expectations. Kenta and Yujiro, they're both in Bullet Club, but
Yeah.
Kenta is not in the House of Terror. And so are we going to see you also have Tonga Loa in this block. Are we going to see what we should have seen last year, I believe, whenever Evil was kind of like saying, Jay, if you think that everyone's with you, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay's not here, but his boys in the Gorillas of Destiny are. So, you got Yujiro in that block. That's interesting. I know we said we weren't going to talk about every match, but some of these cards are, you got to. Takagi and Sabre will be a good match. Shingo gets a lot of matches with guys who wrestle his style.
Yeah.
Aside from Will Ospreay, who has proven to be kind of Shingo's kryptonite. Will Sabre be the same, John?
He very well could be. Talking about him always having matches with people that wrestle his style. I think seeing him going up against like Kenta could be very interesting. I'm looking forward to that when it happens. I don't know when it is. Hell, it could be day 5. We'll find out. But but yeah, man, Shingo and Zack Sabre Jr. has match of the year potential. Definitely has 5-star potential. So I think on this night I'm taking Great Khan, I'm taking Kenta, I'm taking Naito, I'm taking Ishii, and I'm taking Takagi.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to do that for. We already said we don't want to do that for every card. So I'm just gonna say.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't really know what else to say at this point.
Right. Because we're so used to saying it. So, yeah.
And to be perfectly honest, I'm not well versed in current New Japan stories.
Yano and Okan could go either way. Kenta and Yujiro can go either way because of what I was talking about earlier with the House of Terror. Naito and Loa. It's easy to say that Naito is a block favorite.
Yeah.
Right? There's 3 block favorites here: Naito, Ibushi, and Takagi.
Absolutely.
Who does Naito lose to? Does he lose to Tonga Loa? Does he lose to Yujiro? Does he lose to Yano? Does he lose to Okan? I don't know.
I could see him.
But if they want to make a statement with Gorillas coming back, I'm going to say Loa wins. Ibushi and Ishii, I'm going to take Ishii as well. Takagi and Sabre. Takagi's coming off the loss from Ishii in my mind. There's no way in hell he's going to let Sabre beat him, but it's going to be a hell of a match.
Yep. Day 4, Tim.
Day 4 is another only block match card. Notable matches here are Tanahashi and Goto, I believe, because they've been around the block. They know each other. You're gonna get a match out of Tanahashi, and Goto, same thing. Sonata and Tai Chi is definitely one to watch because during the whole tag team thing, Tai Chi, the story was, we hate Naito, but we like Sonata. We think Sonata is better than LIJ. Tai Chi and Sonata came up in the same dojo system in Noah, I believe. And Tai Chi and Sonata, they were like kind of, they weren't together, but they were together. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins that match, how that match plays out. And then you have Okada and Evil. And like I said, Okada is one to watch this year in particular because in the past few years, 3 years, he has not gotten to the pinnacle. But
Right.
you also have Evil, who's leading a sub-faction now. So Okada beat Tanahashi the last night of Block B action in my mind. Evil may take that main event. You also have Tama Tonga and Chase Owens. I hope Tama Tonga just fucking obliterates him and says, you are a disgrace to Bullet Club. Yoshihashi and Jeff Cobb, they're going to pull some shit where, it's Yoshihashi, John Cena, never give up stuff, but Cobb is just going to be too much. He's gonna fucking kill him. So, yeah, the match is here. Match 1 with Tanahashi and Goto, Sonata and Tai Chi, and Okada and Evil.
I gotta say, in this G1 specifically, I'm very interested in every match that is between two Bullet Club members.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Day 5. Day 5.
Day 5.
Watch Day 5 on richteeth.com. No. We've got notable matches. Yeah, notable matches are Takagi and Naito. Ibushi
Right there.
That's it.
That aside from Tanahashi and Okada on night 1, those are the 2 matches to, if you are not going to watch the G1 or not watch notable matches and you're only going to pick 2, those are the 2 matches you should watch.
That's it, baby. Yeah. But on day 5, Takagi and Naito, Ibushi and ZSJ, Ishii and Kenta. And then the other 3 matches you have, we've got Yano and Tangaloa, Greco and Yujiro, and Wado and Vegeta.
Yeah, but that's not a block match, so fuck it.
I'm just going to say what it is. It takes 5 seconds. But yeah, Ishii and Kenta, fuck yeah. Going to be a bloodbath. Well, bloodbath. I mean, it's going to be brutal. Ibushi and ZSJ is going to be a technical masterclass, obviously. And Takagi and Naito is going to be sort of a who better for LIJ there.
Yeah, and you can't call it technical. You can't call it hard hitting because you don't know how Naito is going to go into this. You can kind of predict how
Takagi will be. Know Ishii and Kenta's hard hitting, and Ibushi and ZSJ is technical. Naito and Takagi is just going to be Naito and Takagi.
Yeah, because we haven't seen it. We've never seen it before.
Day 6.
Day 6. We got Tai Chi versus Evil. I'm going to go with Tai Chi there. Sonata versus Chase Owens. I'm going with Sonata. Goto versus Cobb. That'll be a damn good match. I'm still going Cobb. Tanahashi versus Tama Tonga. This could be a match if New Japan were smart. They would start cashing in on Tama Tonga.
Yeah.
Tama Tonga has had offers from other companies and has stayed in New Japan. Tama Tonga is a original Bullet Club member. Tama Tonga is one very hot social media presence. He has his own podcast. He talks a lot of shit. I want Tama Tonga to beat Tanahashi. And then you have daddy against son or uncle against nephew. You have Okada and Yoshihashi. I believe Yoshihashi defeated Okada for those Never Six-Man titles. I could be wrong, but something happened whenever they won, and Okada strapped it around Yoshihashi as saying, "You are not a loser. You are a winner now."
Yeah.
That being said, looking at this, if Okada's going to take a loss, he already, in my mind, and I think yours, he already beat Tanahashi.
Yeah.
If he takes a loss, it's either going to be to Evil and probably Yoshihashi. I just don't want to say it, so I have to go Okada.
You don't want to say what? You don't want to say Yoshihashi is going to beat Kazuchika Okada?
If I have to pick between him and Evil beating Okada, I'm going to pick Evil. So,
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, because Evil has not only a faction but a sub faction, and they really they're not giving up on Evil, even though there were times there where they probably should have. Well, now this House of Torture thing, now that they got Show in there, yeah, Dick Togo don't matter, Yujiro don't matter, but Show fucking matters, and Evil fucking mattered before Dick Togo, so yeah, that's all I got to say about Day 6. John?
That's all I got to say about it. Day 7. A week of G1 action culminates in
Tokyo.
Korakuen Hall, baby. Historic location of matches such as and we
Oh, shit.
It's the building that Jushin Thunder Liger retired in. That's all you need to know about Korakuen Hall. Bang. Notable matches. Oh man, definitely Yano and Ibushi. No, I'm kidding.
I'll say this.
It is.
I'll say
one of the main event is a match that I already talked about, wanted to see. It's Shingo and Kenta.
And I'll say the other match that catches my eye on this is Sabre and Okan.
Yeah.
Ishii and Loa has potential. Ibushi and Yano. Naito and Yujiro could be all right. Only because, Yujiro has that faction, and Togo and them like to fuck around. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Shingo and Kenta is the match to look at on that show, in my opinion. Day 8.
Day 8, you got Yoshinobu Kanemaru against Oiwa, which will be good for Oiwa because Kanemaru is a fucking beast and a legend. You got Cobb and Tama Tonga, which should be a very entertaining match if Bullet Club shenanigans are left to a minimum. Evil versus Chase Owens. I'm picking Evil because there's no possible way that I'm picking Owens unless he... No. Who's in this? Who's in this block with him? Oh, neither. Okay, so Owens is the fall guy in this tournament. I guess I don't think he's going to beat Evil just because of Bullet Club hierarchy. Yoshihashi versus Tai Chi, which will be interesting because of that tag team situation. I could see Yoshihashi taking this one. Okada and Goto. Okada. Tanahashi versus Sonata. Going to be a really good match. Gonna go. Gonna go Tanahashi. But it's 50-50 for me, really. Unfortunately, looking at this block, I don't think Goto has some wins in him, but overall, he's going to be near the bottom.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because Goto is usually one of the guys you can count on to really get in there at the end with the math. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, Goto's always going to put on a good performance. But at this stage in his career, I think he's where he needs to be. Bringing prestige finally to the Never Six-Man belts and possibly gunning for the tag team titles. There's no more Intercontinental title for him to hold. The Never Openweight champion is in America. I don't think he has a snowball chance in hell of being in the main event scene. So that's just how it is.
All right. Very good. Day 9, October 3rd, we've got Ibushi and Takagi. We've got Ishii and ZSJ. We've got Yano.
Two great matches.
Yeah. Yano and Naito is always
fun.
Entertaining. Tonga Loa and Yujiro, we've got that Bullet Club shit going on there. Greater Khan and Kenta is going to be fucking good.
Yep, day 9 looks
But,
like
day 9 looks pretty good.
Looks like a show to watch.
I mean, if you're gonna skip one, skip Loa and Huge, but you know, could be fun given Bullet Club stuff. Ishii and ZSJ is gonna be submission heaven, and Ibushi and Takagi are just gonna beat the ever loving shit out of each other.
Ishii's gonna go for headbutts and lariats, and Saber's gonna attack that lariat arm. He's
Well, Ishii has submission prowess in him as well. I've seen it. He slaps on that leg. What's it called? Knee bar. He uses a knee bar.
All right.
Day 10, October 4th, buddy.
Also in Kurokan, you got Tanahashi versus Chase Owens.
Hell yeah.
Don't want to say it, but Chase Owens is that guy that's going to give somebody major a fucky loss.
Yeah.
That's where
pull the tights.
That's where it will probably happen. But then again, it's in Kurokan. Tanahashi. Evil versus Tama Tonga. Hold on. Evil versus Tama Tonga, son.
That's one to watch. Evil and Tama Tonga is one to fucking watch.
You got the original Bullet Club member who's pretty much representing the Switchblade BC era.
And he's going up against the guy that tried to take it over.
The guy that tried to take it over and now has a sub-faction.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
You want to build a war? You want to build a war? You build it with this match right here. I say it's a double DQ.
That main event looks fucking good, dog.
So does the match behind it. Goto versus Yoshihashi.
Yeah.
They both hold the Never Six-Man titles. They both went after tag team titles. I think Goto puts over Yoshihashi.
You know that I'm excited for Okada and Sonata because that's been my G1 Finals pick multiple years in a row, bud.
Now, have we given Okada a loss yet?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention to what you're doing.
Such a fucking guy. Did I pick it? Yeah, I picked Evil over Okada. So Evil already beat Okada. So
I'm just thinking about the big meaty men slapping meat.
I think Okada beats Sonata, but it's definitely plausible that Sonata beats Okada.
Sonata beats Okada. Make it fucking happen for once in this kid's life.
Day 11.
Day 11. Well, in the first match, we get to see El Desperado, so that's fucking rad. But yeah, Naito and Kenta, hell yeah. Ishii and Great Khan, hell yeah. Takagi and Yano will be fun. ZSJ is going to mop the fucking floor with Yujiro Takahashi. And Bushi and Tangaloa will be a fair match.
I'm looking for Tongaloa to, since this is his first G1 and he's been with New Japan for a few years. He not just that, but he needs to dig deep and pull something out of himself that he has not been able to yet.
Yeah.
He needs to stake his claim as, yeah, my younger brother's killing it in North America right now. My older brother is this big notable guy. I was in WWE. Neither of them were. I did this, I did that, but here I am, and I'm kind of stuck. He needs to pull something out of himself in this tournament. And if he doesn't, then I don't know how much of a future Tongaloa has.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
That's
I'm
fair
going to say Ibushi wins, but I want to see a highly contested match.
Yeah. That's
Day
good
12.
stuff, man. Good stuff.
Thank you. Day 12.
Ooh.
Tama Tonga kills Yoshihashi.
That third match I'm looking at there.
Goto kills Owens. Sonata and Cobb.
Yeah.
Woo!
That'll be good. That'll be good. That's a good one.
Oh. All right. We said Sonata beats Okada, he loses to Cobb. And that is going to come into play in those final nights when they're trying to figure everything out.
Yeah.
Tanahashi versus Evil. I think I gave Tanahashi 2 losses already. Fuck Evil. Tanahashi. Okada and Tai Chi.
Okada and Tai Chi is another one that's always good.
Yeah, Tai Chi matches are good.
Yeah.
So are Okada's. But I'm going with Okada. Day 13.
Day 13, Ishii and Naito. That's going to be a good one. Ibushi and Great Khan. Takagi and Tongaloa. That could be another good showing for Tongaloa.
Yeah, see, this block is so stacked that guys who are making their first appearance, like Great Khan and Tongaloa, have a chance.
They have a really good chance to get
show
some good fucking shine, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, is Ibushi going to be...
Holy shit, I just noticed ZSJ and Kenta. That's going to be another one of those technical masterclass matches.
Yep. And then you got Yano versus Huge. Which is... whatever.
Please put Yano and Huge on first.
That's not what it looks like. It looks like it's going to be Saber and Kenta.
So
people stay awake.
So people stay awake long enough to see Ishii and Naito.
I mean, like at 3:54, at 3:30 in the morning, am I going to be like, oh yeah, G1's on tonight. Oh, it starts with Yano and Yujiro. Oh, I could watch it tomorrow. But if it starts with Saber and Kenta, I'll be like, oh fuck, I should watch this match.
This is already almost an hour long, so day 14.
Tanahashi versus Jeff Cobb. I'll take Tanahashi. And Okada beat Tanahashi. Cobb has beat Sonata. Sonata has beat Okada. There you go. That's the math issue with Block B. Everything else here, whatever. None of these stand out to me. Tama Tonga and Tai Chi, maybe.
Yeah, nothing's really standing out to me, but
Can Okada get a good match out of Chase Owens?
I think maybe. I think at least a decent match. But what I'm going to say is Goto and Evil is one of my favorite G1 matches of all time. And I hope that with Evil's new bullshit character that he's doing, it could be that good again. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for it to be as good as it was before. But
Right.
Goto and Evil is one of my favorite matches of all time. I don't remember
Dave,
what G1 it is. There's been too fucking many. Well, there hasn't been too many. There's one every year.
Day 15, headline Ibushi
Shut up,
Naito.
dude. It's A block. It's mine.
You told me to
Shut
speed
your
it up.
Shut your mouth. You shut up. You sit there and you wait. You sit there. All right, so day 15, we've got
Fuck you.
no, Shingo and Goto Khan should be good. Kenta and Tama Tonga, another one of those Bullet Club fuckery matches. Ishii is going to destroy Yujiro Takahashi if there's a god. Hey, I'm actually going to watch the opener on this one because my boy is having his first showing there. Hiromu versus Fujita.
Yep.
Ibushi and Naito. Ibushi and Naito, baby. Oh, Ibushi and Naito. Necks will snap.
Be broken.
All right, day 16, bud.
You got a little tag match with Bushi and Hiromu against the Young Lions. That'll be fun. LIJ always works together seamlessly. It's amazing to see. On this show,
oh boy, Tai Chi and Chase Owens.
On this show, Sonata and Goto will be good. Jeff Cobb versus Evil is one to watch. Okada and Tama Tonga is one to watch.
All right. Day 17. Oh, that first match on day 17. Ibushi and Kenta. That's the one that's there to keep you awake. ZSJ and Tonga Loa. I'll watch it because it's a ZSJ match. Naito and Great Okan could be very interesting. Takagi versus Takahashi. Taka versus Taka. Ishii and Yano should be fun. But yeah. The standout on this one is definitely Naito and Okan and Ibushi and Kenta. Day 18.
Yep. Tanahashi and Tai Chi will be one to watch. Okada and Cobb will go to a draw.
Okada and Cobb's going to be a draw. I agree with you. I'm calling it here.
Goto and Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga wins. Yoshihashi and Chase Owens.
Ooh.
Do not give a shit. I hope it's a DQ for Yoshihashi. Yoshihashi wins because of DQ.
That main event, you know that I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I think Evil takes it. Evil beats Sonata.
I mean, I could see it. It makes more sense for Evil to win there, but I'm never going to root against Sonata.
Right. And then day 19 is the final, October 21st, back with the Nippon Budokan.
Nippon Budokan.
Also, day 18 is in the Nippon Budokan.
All we have announced so far is the Block A versus Block B. So, give me a little.
Well, they're probably going to go with. They're also probably going to throw.
Well, I was just going to say,
Robbie
give
Eagles.
me a little something. What are we going to see there? What title? Are we going to see some title matches, maybe?
Yeah. Robbie Eagles versus L Desperado, where L Desperado is also putting both IWGP Junior tag belts on the line. So either Robbie is going to have all the junior belts or Desperado is going to have all the junior belts. And this is obviously building up to possibly a triple threat with Hiromu and the two of them because Desperado really wants to beat Hiromu, and Robbie Eagles was the guy to do it. So why not have Desperado beat Eagles? It would make sense because you always had like back in the Shield when the Shield broke up, it was like Moxley beat Rollins, Rollins beat Reigns, Reigns beat Moxley. It was like a circle. So Desperado beating Robbie Eagles is smart, and then you somehow lead to a triple threat with them. There's gonna be something, whether it's Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa going against Okan or going against a formidable tag team like Tai Chi and Sabre or Goto and Yoshihashi, or they could go with that whole Bullet Club war, which would be like Evil and Tama Tonga, or like have a big, like you got the Gorillas of Destiny and Chase Owens against Evil, Show, and Yujiro. That would be something. Tanahashi, he's supposed to defend his title against Archer, but maybe they throw in something where one of the people who beat him in the blocks gets a shot or something like that. I definitely think that the finals are going to be I think it's going to be
I didn't even think about having to pick a final. Shit.
the finals are going to be Cobb. Cobb is going to find somehow, some way, mathematically to take Okada out of the situation. And Block A's finalist will be Naito. And with Shingo right behind him. And Naito is going to lose to Cobb. Cobb will have the briefcase, but before the Dome, Naito will defeat Cobb for the briefcase.
See, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Just let Naito beat Cobb.
Nope, because
don't nobody give a fuck about Will Ospreay. Don't nobody give a fuck about the United Empire.
You're totally wrong. Jeff Cobb is becoming a big name.
Then Jeff Cobb should say fuck you to Okan and Ospreay and be by himself.
He works great with Okan.
Well, with Okan, yeah, maybe.
But yeah, you also got the thing with Ospreay with the title, saying he's the original holder. I mean, he's the rightful champion. They could come back to that in Wrestle Kingdom as well. Shingo could wrestle Naito, and then on day 3 he could wrestle Ospreay. Who knows? But I think it's going to be Cobb versus Naito. Whether Naito wins or whether Naito loses, the briefcase will end up in Naito's hands. I think it'd be good to have Cobb win the G1. But that does not, like I said, that doesn't mean that he has to main event Wrestle Kingdom.
You know what, dude? Having Shingo,
but the Okada Cobb,
yeah,
that's how it happens. That's how it happens. Okada somehow screws Cobb out of a defense for the case with Naito, and that's how Naito gets it. because Okada and Cobb, I don't think, are done. Especially with how thin the roster is right now. And if Okada does not get involved, where does Okada go? Who in these blocks?
It doesn't matter. None of that matters.
Okay.
We're talking about the G1. We're not talking about briefcase defenses.
I talked my piece. You go ahead with yours.
No, you saw an opportunity to fantasy book and went off to the races.
Cobb wins. There.
Boom. There you go. Keep it sweet. It's the G1 preview, not the Wrestle Kingdom preview.
Shut the fuck up.
That being said, Shingo with back-to-back-to-back title defenses would be fucking nuts. Would be the continuation of the best run of any wrestler in fucking history, as far as I'm concerned, with Shingo Takagi.
Okay, so you're fantasy booking. Who are his 3 matches at Wrestle Kingdom?
I don't know. I just think having 3 back to back. I never said that I was going to say who's going to be there. I just know that he's probably going to defend on all 3 nights. Or he should defend on all 3 nights.
Cobb, Naito, and Ospreay.
Okay. I want Ishii to win.
So you're saying Ishii wins the Block A. Who's his contender in Block B?
Probably Jeff Cobb. It should be Jeff Cobb. If they want people to start giving a shit about this faction.
People already are.
Who? Where?
People are excited about Jeff Cobb and O'Con, man. And people, Ospreay has his haters, but he has a large fan base as well. And a lot of...
Well, none of that fan base lives in his hometown.
There's a lot... Doesn't matter. A lot of people are speculating who his tag team partner is going to be for those for that one New Japan Strong show. And honestly, if Lio Rush is back, it should be Lio Rush because the United Empire needs a brother and they need a junior. So
there you go.
And with Lio Rush, they'll get a bit more love. Hanare and Fale are still in New Zealand, so but so you're going Ishii and Cobb with Ishii the winner, and I'm going Cobb Naito with Cobb the winner.
I mean, I'd love it to be Ishii, but at the same time, my eyes wander to Zack Sabre Jr.
I don't think New Japan sees Zack Sabre Jr. as a main event.
If that's true, they're fucking stupid.
I know. I think the highest he'll ever go in New Japan is a multi-time, big-time tag team holder. And
he is a New Japan Cup winner.
Once that never open weight title comes back over, he'll probably hold that because that's the second championship. But I don't think he'll ever hold the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I don't think that's how New Japan sees him.
I'm going to drop a hot take. If Ospreay can hold it, Zack Sabre Jr. can.
I agree with you.
Because they both held the Rev Pro title.
I agree with you.
If they can both hold the Rev Pro title, why doesn't New Japan think he can hold the IWGP title?
Because Will Ospreay put on 40 fucking pounds, and because Will Ospreay not only wrestles one style.
All right, well, you got that. So why is he good enough to win the New Japan Cup then?
Because he is a valued member of the New Japan roster, and he is fucking good. But you're not going to get a power move out of Zack Sabre Jr. You're not going to get high flying out of Zack Sabre Jr.
And I love...
He's not a hybrid. He's a submission.
I get it.
What he should be doing is going to the U.S. for these blood sports shows. He should be going to the U.S. for when things get back to normal. He should be all over that pure division in ROH.
All right. Because, like, the thing is, like, I love Shingo. I don't want you to fucking end Armbar Audio because you think I'm talking shit on Shingo. But I just with New Japan, I'm starting to grow tired of every pay-per-view card being the same card.
Well, that's because of COVID. So
I know it's because COVID, but like,
that's all.
yeah, COVID. So give some of your people a fucking chance. The thin roster you have, you're still only using.
Yeah, but
like
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If they built up Sabre or anybody to be a good contender, a believable contender to Shingo, that's great. But that title right now needs Shingo because that title, Ibushi had it and he lost it as soon as he had it. Ospreay fucks up his neck, has to go away. The title has been talked about being a cursed object. They need to have Shingo hold that title long enough until they give it to somebody else. But I am totally
by that logic, why even have the G1? If you know whoever's going to win is going to lose to Shingo anyway, or if you think should,
you have okay. The show ends on the 20th, October 20th. January 4th, 5th, and 6th are the dates for the Wrestle Kingdom, correct?
Yeah.
Shingo can lose it at Wrestle Kingdom. He can't lose it in November or December. He has to hold that title. And if he is going to defend it all 3 nights, you either have him lose it on the 3rd night or you have him lose it at New Year's Dash. You make a big spectacle of Shingo defending it 3 nights at Wrestle Kingdom, the biggest show in New Japan, and then the next night or the next big pay-per-view, whatever, that's when he loses.
I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, that's sort of WWE-ish. Like, why are they gonna have him strong on all 3 nights of the biggest show and then have him lose it?
Because he's fatigued.
Okay. I think dropping it back to Ospreay would be a big fucking mistake.
I agree.
I think if it goes to somebody else, it should go to somebody that hasn't been in the main event for fucking decades. Like, if it's gonna go to somebody from this, it should go to Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
But then what happens with Ospreay?
That's where you get Cobb leaving United Kingdom. Or not United Empire.
I don't know if that would happen. I hope it would happen, but at the same time, what if he just fucking hands it over?
Or Ospreay has a problem with it, and O'Khan gets in Ospreay's face, and Ospreay is a man without a faction, and Cobb is the leader of United Empire. It could go anyway, but either way, we set our picks.
Yeah,
we're very excited for a lot of these matches. Wherever you are in the world,
it'll be a good tournament to watch. I just like
you don't know what to expect.
I don't know what to expect.
I get it. You never know what to expect because every year we do this shit. Like we might be all right with New Japan Cup, but every year we do the fucking G1, man. Goto be throwing fucking wrenches like that dude in dodgeball. You know, if you could dodge a ball, you could dodge a wrench. Yeah, Patches O'Hoover. That's basically who Goto is. So, with that, wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or
Or
night,
night.
you have a great one, and peace and love to all of you. Bring it in, John.
To all of you. That includes everyone, not just the people that are nice to us. Bang.
Bang!